I think Biden-Harris will win, but I personally want them to win by a large margin.
Of course, in a Biden presidency, we will be sure to hold him accountable because, of course, no public servant can be fully perfect, but he is the step that we have to take.
I'm anxious if Trump wins again, especially just like as someone who cares about America. I think President Trump's like leadership and how he represents America is damaging to our national identity, and I think he is making problems worse, especially with racism. He's just like causing division in areas that need to be unified, and so I'm just afraid of another 4 years.
The outcome of the election will affect me personally quite a bit, but I don't want to pretend that it's the same as a lot of people who are, at risk of immediate deportation or death at the hands of the state or imprisonment or anything like that. Because I think that those fears are real and more likely to occur and more dangerous.
I have the privilege of not having many of my basic human rights on the line if Donald Trump wins, and I'm very, very scared for those I love who do have those rights on the line.
I don't want 4 more years of Trump. It's terrifying, firstly, but yeah, it's terrifying. That's it.
But at the end of the day, we're going to keep showing up, we're going to keep mobilizing, we're going to keep fighting, but it is going to have an impact personally and on our generation as a whole.
I don't think there will be a peaceful transfer of power. I think Trump will declare victory on election night prematurely, and I think that could cause, confusion about ballot counting, and I'm worried that, ballots counted after election day, there'll be tension around that. Should they be counted, should they not? And then just claims of voter fraud. And I just think the Trump administration will do everything that they can to stay in power, regardless of what the votes actually say.
I'm very afraid that if Joe Biden wins and Donald Trump refuses to concede power, I'm very afraid of that potential outcome, because it would be very bad, and I do not trust the Supreme Court.
They have to win by a margin large enough that the Trump administration cannot contest it legally. That is probably my biggest fear, that there will be a Democratic victory on the national level, and then that it will be fought by the lame duck administration, in essence. I am very, very, very worried about that working its way up through the federal judiciary that has been dominated by Republican nominees in the past 4 years.
We need to heal as a country. We need to come back together. We can't go back to normal. We have to fight for a new normal.
To me, this election is very much about survival. It's about having a functioning democracy. And I think there's just so much at stake here beyond just little party differences. It's really about something bigger. It's about the state of our government and of our world.
It's really been a matter of having the tough conversations and having the dialogue to see how we can ultimately bring about a world where we're governed by empathy and where we're governed by this idea of amplifying the voices of others. And so that is my deepest hope for this election season, that we do end up with a candidate and with a government that is infused with this empathy.